Best damn tech show, period. Yeah. Time for happy time, yeah. What's going on?
Oh my god! How'd you get in my house?
How you doing?
Are you drunk? Is that alcohol? Are you drunk?
You have any
Here,
German in
sober
you?
up. Coffee, yeah?
Blueberry, strawberry pancakes, baby.
How did you get in my house?
What are you doing
How the
tonight?
fuck did you get in my house?
You like chicks?
What the fuck are you doing here, dude?
You see what I'm trying to do here?
I don't know how he got here. I didn't tell him how to get in. I didn't.
Get
I
him
turned.
Finders
him
keepers,
out.
man.
Yeah, find the door. You can keep that.
God, what the fuck, man? Oh, shit, yeah. That's his ticket right there.
I swear I don't know how he got in here. I swear. He doesn't even have a
Well,
lip ring. I wouldn't.
I hope you know
never
how he
do
got
that.
out.
Hmm?
I hope you know how he got out.
Yeah, I hope. It doesn't matter as long as he got out.
How could you without the...
I didn't. I swear to you, I didn't. I would never.
Never?
Never.
Alright, I'll buy it. Here.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, they need water.
Okay.
Ready?
We're ready. Man, I had no idea. You had a thing down with Geek Chick. Interesting.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
Really? That's what
Your
I
eyes
saw.
deceive you.
That's not what I saw.
I don't know.
Well, Schmitty crashed and burned again, which is not uncommon.
Not uncommon at all.
Not uncommon at all. Thank you and welcome to the Best Damn Tech Show, period. This is May 22nd, 2007.
That's right.
To my left, the Duchess, Sir Adam Plant.
Where's the
familiar-
Duchess?
Very familiar to the botanicals.
That's right.
And to my right, of course, Rand McNally.
Hello.
Knows his way around a map. We all know that. And of course to you, a big hearty welcome, you bastards. I had to throw that in. You know that bastards is a term of endearment.
Term of
course.
endearment. That's what we call your son all the time.
At this point, Rand, you're supposed to introduce Paul.
Oh.
At this point, let me introduce Paul Flemmo.
That's all right.
Our
That's all right.
Australian
No,
host.
don't get up. Don't get
Can
up.
be reached at flemmo.org. He also runs Top Web Videos.
On Saturday nights, he's known as Pauline
Yeah.
at
right.
Woody's.
Amongst
And
other
it's-
things, maybe we
yeah.
should get some videos of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually prefer Paula,
Ah.
but
Paulette.
that's okay. Yeah.
Appalling. Paulette.
Appalling? This is true. Speaking of appalling, it's the Best Damn Tech Show. News, people. News.
Best damn news. You got it subtitled wrong.
Best Damn News. Shout out, of course, to our mate over there in Seattle, Drewby. Good to see him last week.
That's right.
Absolutely. Hope to see plenty more of him in the ensuing weeks.
Of course we will. Of course we will.
Ensuing.
Yeah, spell that one.
I used that 50-cent word. That's excellent. Look in the news today. Amazon, they're offering the DRM free MP3s. A lot of people very excited about this.
Sure.
DRM sucks, according to a lot of people.
Yeah, me.
Really?
I hate DRM.
And Jobsy as well, I think.
Wankers.
So there's no specs yet on the whole Amazon deal, but there are specs on iTunes deal. And, you know, we're looking at $1.29 for DRM-free downloads, which, you know, probably is worth it. I don't
What
Did
is
they
it,
did they
30
really
cents
get
more?
that much more off 30 cents a song?
Well, you can essentially no, well, not them, but you can essentially play it wherever you like, not just the iTunes.
What a crazy concept. You can
Wow.
do that already if you're smart
Not
enough.
everyone has an iPod.
That's
believe
amazing.
it or not.
People need to not buy iPods and start getting those Zenvisions and things like that, where you can do whatever
no.
the hell
Yeah,
you want.
creative, awesome.
No,
Yeah.
iPods are
iPod.
fabulous. No, they're really very, very fabulous.
I'm
but
sure.
the problem often is, you have a computer crash and suddenly all your songs are gone if you haven't backed up. But maybe this is an area where you can kind of set it aside, whack it in your external hard drive or something like that, so it's always there. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like this move. I think it's moving in a positive direction,
I do too.
and I think most of our listeners and viewers would agree. Absolutely. Is Amazon the iTunes killer? You're right there, mate.
Sorry, that 30-cent boost is just doing it to me. I can't pay 30 cents more.
Where's
per
he going to come
song.
up with that kind of money?
It's an extra third. An extra third.
The question is Amazon the iTunes killer? Yes or no?
I would like to say yes. I'm not sure. I gotta tell you, hats off to Amazon. They've been around forever, and
Forever.
they constantly are innovating, and,
Yeah.
and they're just right on the wave's edge.
That's true. That's true. You are right there, Plant.
I agree.
You think they are going to be the iTunes killer?
I think that they have potential, and I'd almost like to see it happen.
With some
See,
reservations.
I don't think so. I don't think they will because iTunes is so ubiquitous and it's so easy. Did I say ubiquitous?
You did.
Okay. It's ubiquitous.
Right.
But Amazon
up,
knows
people.
easy as well.
Maybe.
They do.
Proof's in the
They know
pudding.
easy pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, they were innovating on the net long before Apple was.
That's true.
But
They made money off books.
how easy is it? That's the question that a lot of people are asking.
We'll find out.
I'm excited about it. You can tell, probably.
I think there's a lot of room in the space because there's a lot of people that use iTunes by default.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Another person who has comment on this.
Oh,
He's
boy.
been drinking all friggin' day.
Expensive beer too this time.
We're going Czech Republic, people. The
Czech.
Pilsner Urquell, highly recommended,
Oh.
especially if you are in the Czech Republic.
It's the
cheap
original
as chips.
Pilsner.
I'm
Really
keeping it
is.
real. This was the best beer in 1844, and although not
Absolutely.
since, I still enjoy it.
Yeah, it says right here. Before 1842, beers were often dark and cloudy.
Oh.
Until our visionary brewmaster in Pilsner got a letter from Schmidt saying, "My urine is looking dark and cloudy. It should be a little more
I think he said-
Pilsner."
I think he said, fuck this, give me some of that lighter shit. Right?
More likely.
Schmidt faced.
Welcome to Schmidt Face. Alright, we're talking about girls over at Amazon. Living up to the fucking names, getting wild in the Amazon. They're about to offer DRM-free MP3s. Fucking amazing. Millions of songs from over 1,200 record labels. As you can imagine, Apple's having a fucking shitstorm over there. Fucking somebody's gonna beat them out here, and it's gonna be Amazon. Fucking incredible, innovative book selling Amazon. Welcome to the fucking internet, Steve Jobs. He's trying to up the fucking cost of MP3s, or excuse me, AAC or AC, whatever, ACC files for MP4s and all that bullshit over on iTunes, going up to $1.29. Fucking ripping another 30 cents out of you. Thank you, asshole. Amazon's gonna kick some fucking ass here. That's your Schmidt face for the week. Have a good one, guys.
Sex!
What?
You heard me.
please.
No,
thank you.
thanks. No, I'm right. Oh, sex.com.
Yeah.
Right, okay, you had me worried
You can't
there
yell
for a
that at
second.
him unless
Right.
you're talking about sex.com or you're talking about, talking to him on Saturday night.
Well, you know.
You get our viewers and listeners quite excited when you say that.
I did. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's true. Sex.com. That actually sold last year for a cool 11 some mil,
Wow.
which is a fair price to pay.
Sure
Last week, porn.com sold for 9.4 million. Not as much as sex,
No.
maybe porn's not as popular as sex. I'm not sure.
It doesn't have as many cool letters in it.
I can't imagine what that auction looks like.
I imagine there's a lot of dark sunnies going on.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Dark shades, collars up.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
I mean, porn is by definition like a negative connotation. It has a negative
Well,
connotation.
not to me.
Which is good, though.
Well,
right?
yeah, but I mean, sex doesn't necessarily. It's more vague. I mean, there are sexual education teachers.
Right.
And,
Those are awesome.
But they're not going to go for that because it's going to be a porn site because that's going to make the money back.
You're right, but I
over
just mean
sex
having to
education.
explain it to your wife or whatever. Oh, honey, I was
But you have to
researching
understand, you
Kama
know-
Sutra on sex.com. Not I was jerking it to 2 chicks and 1 dick.
The
on
biggest thing
porn.com.
people appreciate about porn is the sex. So, I mean, you can't have porn without the sex. Therefore,
Yeah.
sex kind of
That's true, but again, you get into the minds of these people who like the sex, and you think, what are these
that
people
can't
who
be
like
too
the
hard
sex
for Paul to get into their minds.
going to just type into the browser, not going to Google, not going to Yahoo, just typing into the browser?
I think it should be fucking.com.
Maybe.
That one's probably only
Maybe.
7 million.
That's
Do we own that?
I
Do
don't
we have
know.
that?
Let's get on
Let's
that.
check
'cause
that
that's
one.
definitely
Well, you know
the way
why?
to
You know
go.
why I think that sex.com could sell for higher is because you have like Net Nanny and all those sorts of things, and they block anything that says porn in it anywhere in the URL. But sex, however, due to its
Ubiquitous?
non-porn applications, can actually sometimes
Ubiquitous.
sensibly not be blocked. Like there were schools that were blocking anything that had to do with like penis or vagina or anything like that. But
It's
because
ridiculous.
of students having to actually look up maybe for health, they had to do a report on STDs. They had to turn that off.
Yeah. I mean, when did it become bad to talk about the human body? Jesus Christ. I mean,
Yes.
students should learn about penises and vaginas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean that definitely you have to because that's kind of a big part of being human.
That's right.
I think it's a good purchase. Porn.com, I reckon they'll probably get a lot of traffic purely because of their name.
That's right. I agree.
Whether they'll get it back, it'll probably take a while.
Certainly
And,
helps them for SEO anyway.
You know, domains are outrageously priced at the best of times anyway, but it's a little bit like real estate.
Remember
so
back in the
The
day?
more desirable, the more expensive.
So I wonder how much prawn
real
sold
estate
for.
Prime.
PR0N.
Prawn.
Prawn.
What
a
do you mean?
gamer
What do you mean,
term.
geek bastard? What do you mean?
That's like the wares term for porn.
Of course it does.
It was prawn.
Okay, I get it.
PR0N. That way they could disguise that they were moving all kinds of like
Yeah, I've
pirated
only
porn
seen
around.
it in like gamer terminology where like little 14-year-old kids are talking about it on like Xbox Live or something.
Yeah, see, I don't think like a porno person. Right? Fair enough.
No, you don't think at all. You go right to PornoTube and that's it.
PornoTube is very good, by the way. What I do think about, however, is search engines. You know, search engine
That's
marketing.
right.
That's my business. It's what I do. That's all
SEO.
I do. And Google are toying with me. I tell you, they're making my life a living hell. But for users, they're looking to improve the actual interface, the interactions, and it looks a little bit like, I'm not sure if you've used Ask.com. Not many people have.
Yeah, wasn't that Ask Jeeves?
It was before Jeeves retired into the sunset. I actually went to the farewell party for Jeeves.
Oscar.com.
Now it's just Ask.
No, it's Oscar.com because they have that foreign way
that's
on
right.
there.
Yes, that's right.
I looked it up in Oscar.com.
Yeah.
Play off Borat.
Oscar. So, what they're trying to do here, Google, is that they're merging all of their results. So if you search for something like Flemmo, which a lot of people do, maybe you'll come up with a video of me, maybe you'll come up with images of me, maybe you'll come up with where I live, probably not. And
Hopefully not.
then you'll probably get Flemmo.org and I should check that. But, that's the concept that they're heading towards. More
Interesting.
results, more multimedia results on the
So
search
instead of
page.
having to pick the videos or pictures tab,
Yes, that's exactly right. Clever boy.
I'm on top
So are
of
they just
things.
giving you a few of the other things and a lot of what you had previously searched for? Because I mean, I kind of like that. If I'm looking for text, I just search text. If I'm looking for pictures, I just go to images.
Maybe they'll offer both options, Adam.
They'll probably still offer the options
Because I
to
agree with
refine
you
your
on that.
search.
I don't mind the extra click if it
Right.
hones
Fine.
in on what I want.
But you gotta say, for the normal search engine user, that this new direction makes more sense for them. I mean, most people aren't gonna look for 13 articles that talk about the same thing. they're gonna look for one article and then some pictures and some video and links
Maybe.
to websites. You know, so, I mean, I'm assuming.
Right.
So maybe it's making an ass out of me.
So what do they teach you in SEO school about that one?
Oh, well, it's just come out. So, you know,
So he knows nothing.
Obviously, a lot of my clients, I've had to get them onto Google Local because Local is the one box that they show up the top is first now. So, you know, the way that they...
Was it geo, like
A little bit. It's got a lot to do with what directories you've submitted to. Certainly...
But I mean, does it base your IP, look up your IP address and find out where you live and then put results closer to there? Or?
Sometimes, yeah, exactly. So especially the people who have Google accounts, they'll do geo-track.
Man, you'll be all right, dude.
Oh, just let me know when you're done.
Right.
Hey, women shouldn't drink beer. Oh, during pregnancy. Never mind.
Finally, Google Analytics have had a bit of a makeover. If you use Google Analytics,
Oh, yeah.
check out their new stuff. I kind of like it. I use Google Analytics for a lot of my accounts because it's free and I'm a cheap bastard. But essentially they're making it easier for dummies like myself
Right.
to be able to see the results, see what's going on there.
The numbers are bigger.
I took a glance at it today, and it seems that they put more information on a single page, so you can get access to all the information you want faster.
Yeah.
And everything's
Find it more
roll
usable.
over. Yeah, it's user friendly. You can roll over things to get totals instead of having to click a button to get a total. So it's pretty neat.
Right. New segment, people, and this is what I'm doing next.
Whoa, new segment. Shit, you gotta tell me.
Around the World Wide Web. This is for those international viewers and listeners out there, and we know there are a lot of you,
yeah.
because some of this information doesn't pertain to us international folks. I don't give a shit what's going on in bloody bumblefuck Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you do that.
I want to know what's going on around the world, pure and simple. And this is what's going on around the world. Estonia. I went to Estonia last year.
Isn't that the place where you can
Fabulous
smoke lots of
place.
weed?
I don't know, Fred. I really don't know.
Sure you don't, Paul.
They were a surprisingly high-tech country.
Oh, yeah.
Really on the ball, wireless everywhere, computers everywhere, and
It's not hard to put computers and wireless in a country that big.
Right.
I was surprisingly, well, that's true, but you still have to have money to do so. I was surprisingly impressed by that. However, they recently removed a statue, it's a Russian statue actually, from the main centre of Tallinn, which is the capital there of Estonia, out to the burbs somewhere, a cemetery, and the Russians were none too pleased of it.
Really?
You know, obviously there's been some friction there between the two countries.
Do you know why they moved it?
Because it was Russian.
They're kind of trying to put that side behind them.
Okay, but they
It's
didn't
in the
destroy
past.
it. They just moved
They
it.
didn't destroy it, no.
Okay, I support
But
that.
there
I guess.
is a huge Russian community in Estonia,
Oh.
probably about a quarter, actually. And so they were none too impressed, neither were the Russians. And so as a result, there were a lot of cyber attacks on banks, newspapers, schools, where they had to kind of shut sites down. And then, after all that went down and people heard about it, the rest of the world chimed in and thought, this sounds like a little fun little activity.
everyone's gonna pick on
we'll get
Estonia.
we'll get onto it as well. So they've kind of been suffering as a result of that.
Wow.
The poor
We're talking
Estonians.
DDoS attacks.
Keep those. I don't know. There was quite a few different kind of forms.
Shutting down
of
sites,
attacks.
usually it's DDoS.
Those Russians, man, just like you said before, Plant, it's the Russians that are doing most of the fucking...
Oh, yeah.
I guess they have people paying them to do it, that's why, right?
Well, anytime you have a really large and formerly powerful country that lost a lot of its power, you're gonna have like a high rate. Organized crime in Russia is no joke.
Yeah,
it's
they-
no joke here, but it's less of a joke over there. So you
Yeah.
got funding going into this stuff.
In addition to that, there's a lot of highly skilled people in Russia. So you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, and you have
it's
a
like
highly
perfect
skilled
storm.
population and not a
Sure.
lot of jobs to help them. They're gonna make their
right.
money one way or another.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I didn't even think about that. Lots of highly trained people,
Yeah.
not a lot of well-paying jobs. Equals. Black
lascivious
market and-
activities.
yeah, you're right.
Also, in around the World Wide Web,
Mm-hmm.
the Best Damn Tech Show here. Poor old, Pandora.com have been kind of suffering under the whole Copyright Royalty Board, or the CRB, as they're called. They're a new entity.
Fuck
and,
those douchebags.
Pandora have always been struggling to pay those royalty fees because, they're kind of grassroots.
Listen
really.
to Pandora, people. Click on the ads.
So now they're blocking international listeners. People in Australia can't listen to it. Europe, City, Dubai, India.
Right.
And so a lot of people were really upset because Pandora is such a good service.
Now I wonder, is there a way around that? Just like the China,
Well-
there were ways around it with the China blockage that happened
Yeah, not sure. I mean, Pandora are coming up with a solution whereby they're trying to launch in the UK to
Okay.
kind of get around that element. So, but again, that costs money to do something
and
like
they're
that.
losing
So,
money, or not losing money, but they're not getting it.
They're fighting the good fight,
Yeah.
and they're not. Unfortunately, the RIAA has ridiculous amounts of power for no particular reason.
Cocksuckers.
Yeah, they are. They are the most greedy sons of bitches.
So it's unsettling, is what it is, and we'll see if we can kind of come up with a workaround for a solution for some of our listeners.
Sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll keep our geek eyes on it.
We will keep our geek eyes on that. What we'll also keep our geek eyes on, is Plant.
Oh,
Because he keeps his iris on the virus.
Yeah,
Yes, he does indeed. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah.
having a pet.
Yeah.
Depends on that.
You got something to play with? Plant. Speaking of something to play with, Plant or Duchess. There's a lot of
No,
your
not Duchess.
botanicals
And no one knows me as
refer
that.
to you as.
And all those botanical whatevers, they don't call me
They're
that.
your people, man. They're your people. Kind
Well,
of
that's right. My
embrace
people would
it.
never call me that.
Botanical botanical?
No,
Oh, Duchess.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, I hear people call you Duchess all the time.
He likes it.
Duchess at
You're
Gmail,
lying.
right?
You're
Yeah.
lying.
And in fact, when the Queen came a couple of weeks ago, he was the first that
Sure.
she looked up.
He curtsied and everything.
So anyway, Plant, you got your Irish and the virus for us?
Oh yeah.
What do you got?
What are you fishing for information?
With a PH.
So are the hackers. Because
Oh,
that's,
they
what's,
really?
that's what's in the news.
Come protect me, Trojanus.
There's a particular phishing scheme going on where they're posing now as Dell. And you get an email and it's Dell and it's saying we want to confirm your order. Click here to confirm your order or to say that this is not you. And then when you click there, sure enough, it's a Trojan.
Dun, dun, dun,
And
dun,
man,
dun.
If you pay attention, the link that they're actually putting you onto isn't Dell.com or anything that would make sense. It is an IP address.
yeah.
And it's 147.202. And I'm not going to give you the rest because God forbid someone actually clicks there. But it is definitely a Trojan. Just ignore it. If you didn't buy something from Dell
Right.
and you can't call them about it if you're going to call them about it, and call them off their website. Don't call any number that's in the email.
Right.
Just call them off their website if you're really that concerned. Otherwise, just ignore it. Unless they give you like your name in the email with like maybe the last 4 digits of your credit card, just ignore them.
Yeah. And also tell your mates. A lot of people who buy Dells aren't necessarily tech savvy, so
Oh.
tell
yeah.
your mates.
Yeah, spread that one
Communication,
around.
people.
But all the communication in the world isn't going to help it because no matter what you do, there's always going to be some dumb fucks out there.
That's right.
And by dumb fucks, I just mean people that you just can't save.
It's a term of endearment.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a term of endearment.
Yeah, that's what
for
we were
those of us
calling
in
your
the
son
industry.
too, right? Bastard and dumb fucks. Isn't that the two that we were using earlier? I'm sorry.
The sad thing is that it responds.
And I say this because
I had to go.
a researcher actually for 6 months ran a Google campaign, and the campaign simply read in the ad, "Is your PC infected, or is your PC virus free? Click here to get it infected."
People clicked.
And over a 6 month period, and he didn't put a lot of money into this, so he only put $23 into it. So out of 259,723 people, 409 of them actually clicked on it. 98% of this user base actually was running Windows, which is the most exploitable system out there.
That's a fair click-through rate right there.
Well, you think about it, if each of these people had even $500 in the bank and were dumb enough to click on it and you could put a Trojan on their machine and then get to their banking and then take that money out, it would be well worth the $23 investment. Now think of it if you're involved in organized crime, be it American, Russian, whatever, and you're actually putting $2 to 10 grand into this scheme, the amount of payback is ridiculous because if I mean, in this particular case, it was 0.16% people actually clicked on the ad. 98% of that 0.16% were exploitable systems. So you think about it,
Even I.
a readily exploitable system is a majority. So
That's crazy.
So let's
the
do
amount
this.
of profiteering that can be
Let's get
that
some
can,
money.
that can be in on using phishing techniques, which
Yeah.
are way easier than trying to use any exploit beyond that. If you can combine the two, it's way too profitable. And the reason it's way too profitable is because there's too many fucking idiots out there using the internet.
So stop using the internet, people. Right from the word.
only if you're a fucking
right From the
idiot.
mouth of Adam
That's right.
Grant.
Only if you're a
If
fucking
you don't
idiot.
have an IQ over 100, just please don't use the internet past, I would say Google, but this is where they were exploited. So, and Google's perfectly safe if you're not a complete idiot. So,
America Online.
no,
Move to
that's even
America
worse
Online.
because every hacker knows that the American online community is the dumbest of the.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Stay in America Online. Leave,
Right.
Well, they're also
They can have it.
AOL is absolutely the most unsavvy when it comes to protection. Despite they put more money in their advertising about how safe they are than actually being safe.
That's fabulous advice, Plant.
Thank
What
you,
else
Adam.
got, mate? That's it? That is it
Yeah.
for Iris and the virus. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. And everyone here, thanks you as well.
Yes, we do.
All my
And thank him.
10,000 adoring
Thank him.
Hey, thank you, Adam.
You're the best.
a little freshen up there. Nice.
Iggs is singing
Yes,
again.
he loves singing.
Check out last week's video if you missed Iggs singing. He was rocking and rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Check this out. Now,
I love taking it out.
do you?
Yeah.
Really, really do. That's good. These are little quick stories, so we won't dilly-dally. We promise. Now, we might. Okay. That's fair enough. Sergey Brin, one of the
Google.
co-founders
I know that one.
of Google, right there.
On the Nordics.
That's my boy right there.
Tied the knot.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, you go Guernsey?
He didn't invite me. I'm kind of upset
jeez.
about that.
It was a small
I've
ceremony.
dumped this
Apparently,
Sergey.
only 60 folks were invited, but it was in
rich folks.
the Bahamas. Funnily enough. So congratulations to our Sergey Brin. He wants to keep it hush hush. He's not talking about it
No.
during interviews.
There's too many girlfriends to break the news to.
Something like that. The iPhone. A lot of people are talking about it. They just
It would be out soon.
should be out soon. Yeah, they're kind of on schedule.
Ish.
They've cleared a major hurdle, which is of course FCC approval.
Oh, that is.
It is. So
That's good. That means it shouldn't kill us.
keep it
Or and it should be on a legal frequency.
something like that. Yeah.
I'll tell you, there's a lot of money to be made in playing the stocks if you can watch who's applying for what FCC.
Yeah.
'Cause that's public information.
Yep, absolutely is.
So you apply,
You're right.
you watch who applies for what FCC.
The other big one
whatever.
is the FDA
True.
with drugs.
Yes, it
Pharmaceuticals.
is. Pharmaceuticals are huge, people. Get onto it. Geek Psyche, I was speaking to her during the week.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
really,
she's been,
really.
where she's been on Sojourn.
Oh yeah, she gets around. She really does. She consults with Gatesy, Jobsy, Schmitty. Not you, Schmidt, the Google Schmidt.
No.
You know, some of the big wigs. So she doesn't have a lot of time for us, but she is able to reveal a few things to us. And this one, particularly interesting. She says towards the end of this year, that is 2007, year of the Lord. Mac is gonna release a notebook with a flash drive containing only a flash drive, no HDD. People, no HDD.
So, and you know what, Adam, you were talking about this
Were you?
6 months, 8 months ago.
I
Well,
was,
we were
I
looking
was.
at there were RAM chips that you could buy
Right.
that had so much storage on them, people could use them as hard drives.
Right.
Yeah, well, there was you get a thumb drive that had Ubuntu on it, and you could just pop it in, and if your motherboard supported USB as one of the bootable drives, then you could
Right.
actually just boot straight to Ubuntu.
But there were the PCI ones too, right? Remember those? Those PCI cards that just had a shitload of RAM chips on them?
yeah.
You could use them as storage.
Exactly.
Super fast storage.
Super fast. Absolutely. What's the benefit to flash, Plant?
Well, it's completely
Any
mobile.
thought? It's mobile. It's reliable. It's kind of shock resistant. which I
Zero
guess means
fucking
reliable.
moving parts. That's the big one.
Lower power consumption.
No moving parts.
No moving
Less
parts.
hardware failure.
So
I mean, essentially, what we'd like to see is that the hardware is almost completely divorced from the operating system. Where the very minimal operating system sits on the machine itself, and basically it uses the internet as a web application that is the operating system.
right, you still need the basics, right?
You still need the basics. You're still going to need drivers and that sort of thing.
and that you'll get from this flash drive.
potentially, yeah.
That's what Geek Psychic said. Yes, not potentially. Yes.
Well, I'm not geek psychic, so I
Righto.
said potentially.
Wow.
I'm gonna get you two talking. I really do.
So you're
We haven't
still,
talked in a while.
So it looks like Apple's taking those first steps every time. They're first in line for these huge hardware advancements.
Interesting. No.
We'll see. We'll see.
Anyway, we'll keep a geek eye on that one. Skype.
Right.
We use Skype a lot. They're just looking, and this is unsubstantiated, but they're looking into getting into the gaming arena, which is pretty exciting. Planet,
Interesting.
right?
So actually hosting games, or just being the communication method that you
Communication
use while
method that
playing
you
games?
use while playing games.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. So that one also has
So you can
huge
communicate with
ramifications.
your 6-person team while playing
Yeah.
Ghost Recon or whatever, and yeah, dude, go behind that tire. No, I can't. This other guy's here. Oh my god, I'm dead. Ah.
Yeah, exactly.
that'll be fun.
That will be fun indeed. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Hopefully, she's recovered from her big Schmidt episode. A Geek Chick.
Oh, okay.
Of course, because she's got a few things to say.
Oh, really?
Obviously.
Should we
about-
visit her now?
Yeah, we'll visit her now. What's with this special button? I don't know. You know?
No, I know nothing about that thing.
Interesting. Anyway,
Hey guys, Geek Chick Nick here. Hope you're having fun up there. Well, hopefully no one interrupts us this time, if you know what I mean. But today I'm going to bring you in the UK they've launched the world's smallest phone, or so they claim. It's about 3.6 inches long, which is really tiny, but it's very smooth and shiny and sleek, and it's got a color, full high-resolution color screen on it for such a tiny phone. You can talk for about 3 hours on it, and it's got 11 hours of playtime on the MP3 player, which is pretty decent, in comparison to other ones, which is probably, 5 hours and maybe an hour and a half of talk time straight. So, the price for this is probably about $330 American. Luckily, if it ever comes in the state, it would go down to probably $165. Now, I don't know if I pronounced this right, so correct me if I'm wrong. It's going to be called the Haier Elegance. That's Haier. So if I'm pronouncing it wrong, let me know. But it seems pretty cool, and hopefully it breaks down into the States. But if you live in the UK, you pick one up. Let me know how it is, because it seems pretty cool. So, that's been me. Guys, have fun up there. Have a geek week. And I'm out.
Geek Chick, back you go. Those look very comfortable in there.
Yeah, it's got the plants and everything.
What?
Oh,
No,
the plants. Just plants.
All right.
Right.
Bye, Geek Chick.
See, Geek Chick. Looks very cozy in there. Anyway, I'll have to visit sometime.
Yeah.
Finally on the Best Damn Tech Show, period. Side of the week.
Yeah, Mark Main.
We're having too much fun playing with these pens. I'm sorry, Paul.
Take the pen away from him, please.
That's
Next
right.
week, no pens for Rand. Simple as that. Look, this is a service that we personally use.
Big fan.
And they've just achieved a milestone. They've hosted 500,000 domain names, and it is, of course, DreamHost. DreamHost.com.
They're awesome.
Fabulous hosting service out there in sunny California,
Oh.
Los Angeles.
LA.
based.
And we've got quite a few sites with them. Sure,
And-
there's been some issues, but relatively,
All in all, I give them the thumbs up.
yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, we're in a unique situation where we actually have sites hosted on several,
Yes.
ISPs or whatever they're
I've
called.
dealt with probably about 14 different ISPs.
Sure. And so far DreamHost is the best, right?
DreamHost is my favorite.
And we're talking about like 1&1 and Photon and who else? GoDaddy.
GoDaddy, iPowerWeb,
Gator, HostGator. You know,
I mean, we've tried
list
a
goes
lot
on.
of them.
we have indeed, and these guys are continuously especially for the price point as well. I mean, you get that Code Monster, and it's been on sale forever, but apparently they're doing some special sale here for their 500,000
unlimited
domain.
emails, unlimited subdomains, unlimited domains now, unlimited this, that.
Shell access.
You get every week they add to your account. Shell access is the best. You know, for those of you Linux dorks who really appreciate that, like myself. You know,
I love Linux. It is fabulous. Linux.
Speak to me only in number.
you know, you ought to appreciate the Unix environment, seeing as how you use OS X every day.
And I do. We just like to poke our fun.
But yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, unlimited MySQL, if I didn't already say that.
Right.
And every week it goes up. I mean, I've been with them for about 4 years now, almost 5. And I've got paying $10 a month. Well, not even.
Right.
And I've got.
I think you can start at $5.75 is their lowest, which
Yeah.
is dirt bloody cheap.
Yeah, that is.
That is pretty good. And like
a-
I said, it still goes up for them. So you know, I got like a 1.5 terabytes of transfer anymore.
Shitload of storage.
Wow.
More than I'll ever use, really.
Yeah. Plus, you can add the videos one click. They've got some goodies where you can add a blog one click. Very easy. Check it out.
That's a good set of the
DreamHost.
week, guys.
DreamHost. I like it. I absolutely like it as well. I also like this show, but unfortunately, we've come to an end.
Aw.
Stop crying. Stop crying. We don't like the crying.
It's
I
not
know
becoming.
it's coming to an end. It's okay. It's all right. But we'll be back again next week.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we really will. Probably, everyone will be here as well, and hopefully you'll be here to join us then too. And hopefully you've learned something here and been entertained along the way, right?
Yes, I was entertained
That's
the
the big
whole time.
idea.
Thank you, Ray McNally. Thank
Well,
you, Duchess.
No,
Sarah
Duchess.
Adam
Oh.
Plant,
There
of
you
course, Schmidt Face, Dr. Drew, Geek
Geek
Check,
Check.
Joy, Eggsy, the whole lot of you. You bastards. Until we see you next time. Have a good week. Have a bloody good week. Have a bloody good week. Now piss off, you bastards. Piss off.
Well, that's not very nice thing to say.